So, Thandeka, you're from the NAMC. We're here at the Grain SA Congress in Bothaville. Just sort of your impressions. What do you see the market doing going forward? It seems as if it's quite extreme. Some areas within, they were saying within a 2-kilometer radius, you've got maize that's dying and maize that's looking good, but generally not a bad crop.
No. For the upcoming season, it's not going to be a bad crop. More specifically for the white maize, I think we're going to see an rise in that. I think we also, from the crop estimates committee numbers that came out a couple of weeks ago, that crop and the area that actually the farmers have reported to have planted have increased in comparison to the previous season. I think a bit of a downward side that we will see or have seen is more on the yellow maize side of things. I think there's also an increase in the crop for soybean and sunflower. So I think we're looking at a better crop altogether for our summer grains, more specifically when looking in future. Although I know that the Alani, as everyone is calling it, hasn't had a huge impact because the rains were a bit late and in some parts were too erratic, but I think we are expecting a better crop than we saw last year.
Tell me, and the demand out of our neighbouring countries. I know, obviously there's been dry weather there too, but it's been quite surprising.
Surprising in a sense that probably the farmers weren't expecting it, but the market was. If we experienced an El Nino last year, we know that our neighbouring countries most definitely experienced this as well. And what we saw as well is that they experienced it more drastically than we did, and them as consumers, more specifically of white maize, we saw a surge in an increase of that. Plus taking into note that our crop as well wasn't as high as we are generally used to it. Yeah. So those two together, I think they go hand in hand. And you'll see in even previous years where we saw a drought effect, it takes sort of similar trends where our SACO areas or SADC areas will sort of import quite more.
Which makes what happens here quite important. It's actually, you're sitting here in Bothaville in this small little town, but it's actually very important for the whole sub-region. Absolutely. The information that is shared here, basically, it sort of sets a trend for what the farmers need to do in their planning processes, and actually for us as well as people who are on the advisory side as to what is on the ground. Yeah. Because now we have to go and say, actually, what we're saying is there is actually not there, or what we think could potentially be there, the farmers are saying quite differently, because in as much as we think there's been quite a lot of rain or there's been planting, it's actually not being visible on the ground. So it's a great platform, and it's a way for also the farmers to come together from different regions as well to speak on some of the challenges that they're facing as well. There's quite a lot of challenges that the farmers have sort of raised in this program, so I think it's a fantastic sort of a forum for farmers to get together.
Absolutely.
Janeke, thank you so much, and enjoy what's left of the Congress. Nice chatting to you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for this opportunity as well.